If you've recently inherited a house, you're probably wondering, where do you even start? Well, I'm here to give you some actionable steps to help you move forward. My name is Ann Boyce, and my brother Adam and I run Flock and Company Real Estate. In 2021, we lost our dad, who lived out of the state of Florida, and then unexpectedly, 3 months later, we lost our mom, who lived in the state of Florida. We inherited two properties at once, so we've been through the process ourselves and we know what to do to help you get started. Step one, before anything else, make sure the home is safe and secure. Make sure all the doors and windows are locked. Make sure anything that is unsafe or could cause water leaks is turned off or secure. Turn off anything that could cause damage, and make sure any pets are removed, or at very least you have a plan to take care of them in the home. If a home is sitting vacant, this step is critical. Vacant homes can attract break-ins, damage, or insurance issues. Then, step two, look for key paperwork inside the house. You're looking for things like a will or trust documents, mortgage statements, property tax bills, insurance policies, utility account info, um, everything that you think you need to get things taken care of with your loved one. I know personally my mom had a folder and a notebook set aside of passwords that we needed to accounts that were on her computer, as well as passwords and account information for things like her retirement account and for her bank accounts. You don't need to organize it all yet. You just need to collect it all, stick it in a folder so you can understand exactly what you're dealing with. Step three is handle the immediate responsibilities. Things like getting the mail forwarded so that the mailbox doesn't look overstuffed, which is a clear signal that no one is there. Making sure that the lawn is maintained, or setting up a schedule for someone to maintain it, because when a lawn is overgrown, it indicates that a property is vacant. Turn on basic utilities. Living in the state of Florida, we decided to keep the electric on to keep the house at least running some AC. And make sure your insurance is active. You might have to get a different type of policy due to the property being vacant. But the small things protect the property while you figure out what you're going to do. Then, step four is making sure you contact the right people. Have you already gone through the probate process and used a probate attorney? Do you have a good insurance company that you're working with, or maybe a tax professional due to the finances? Do you have a real estate professional who understands inherited properties? Not all agents understand this process or know multiple ways to sell, so it's important that you work with the right people. The next step, step five, is understanding ownership in the situation. Before any permanent decisions are made, you need to make sure you get clarity on who legally owns the property. Has it already gone through the probate process? Are you the legal heir? Are there multiple heirs? Because that can definitely be a determining factor in what you can do with the property moving forward. Do you know if there are any mortgages, liens, or unpaid taxes on the property? So this step matters a lot more than people think. You don't want to make decisions without knowing the full picture. We worked with someone once who thought she was able to sell the property. Her attorney actually told her that because she's the personal representative, she could sell the property and the funds would go into the estate account. Well, it came back that there were actually two other additional heirs on the property, which prevented her from going through with the sale. So it's really important to know who owns the property. Then step six, make sure you pause before you do any renovations. All right, if you are deciding to sell the property, this is where most people go wrong. They start clearing out the house or planning big renovations, and that's not always necessary. It depends if you're looking to list it on market, or we can sell it to a direct buyer. Sometimes minor repairs are only needed. And in my personal experience, when we did a full renovation on our dad's house, it just didn't work out for us in our best interests. So sometimes doing less actually puts more money in your pocket as well as a lot less stress. Once you work through those first 6 steps, it's time to decide your goal. It's time to ask yourself this simple question: what do I actually want to do with this house? Do you want to hold on to it and possibly rent it? Do you want to keep it in the family, figure out how that looks, sell it as is, or maybe do a few minor updates and get it listed and sell it for potentially a little bit more? There is no right answer, it's just what makes the most sense for you. I know a lot of people we work with really want it to be as stress-free as possible, and they decide to work with a direct buyer. And then we've worked with a handful of people who have done a few minor repairs and listed it on the market, and they were happy with those results as well. If you want help walking through this process in a clear, simple way, I've put together a guide to help you determine what to do with a house after the probate process. You can download it below, and it'll help figure out your next step without second guessing yourself. Or if you prefer, you can call or text me at the number in the description, and I'll happily schedule a time to talk with you.